we all know that Mulan is probably one of my most favorite Disney films of all time. So, how does the live action version hold up to that amazing animated classic? Let's talk about it. So Disney Plus just released the new live action version of Mulan on their platform. But it's kind of controversial because this is an experiment to see how we're going to be releasing movies from now on because of this COVID-19 pandemic. And they're basically charging $30 on top of that subscription charge to watch this film. But you will be able to own the film on the platform as long as you have that Disney Plus subscription once you buy it. So Mulan is directed by Niki, Caro, and she is a wonderful director. She directed a beautifully underrated film called Whale Rider way back in the 2000s. And, you know, she has a very keen eye for landscape and just kind of finding the beauty out of like smaller moments. And she definitely does that here, which I really appreciated. It's also written by Jaffa and Amanda Silver, and they were in charge of writing the trilogy of the recent Planet of the Apes, which were incredible, way better than anyone could have ever expected. So you know, we got a good crew here. We also have Yifei Lu as Mulan, and Donnie Yen, Jet Li, Gong, some amazing Asian actors coming in here, and I really do appreciate just the fact that instead of whitewashing everything, they brought in some Asian actors. Yes, they're speaking English. They could have done subtitles, but that didn't really bother me. I don't think it would have been very effective at the box office or whatnot, because it is a kids movie if there were subtitles. So starting off, obviously, like I said, Mulan is one of my most favorite animated Disney films, and I was very disappointed when I heard there wasn't going to be any music, because I'll Make a Man Out of You. My buddy Anthony can attest to this, but that is definitely one of my most favorite Disney songs. You know, and Reflection is such a great song, and I was just kind of bummed at first when I heard they weren't going to do any music, but at the end of the day, the tone of the film would not suit any kind of music, like musical entries in any spot. It's a much darker tone of a film, and it really kind of almost goes more back to the Chinese tale rather than the Disney film. It does have some orchestral notes from like Reflection and a couple of other songs from the film, but there's no singing in it. And I think that actually works. I was very pleased with what they did with that. Yifei Lu as Mulan is absolutely incredible. She really encapsulates this role as this strong woman who is fighting for her family. And she really hits all the character beats that I was wanting from Mulan, from a live action Mulan, you know. And also, you know, the rest of the cast is really good. I don't think they get a lot to do, though, unfortunately. So that is kind of a bummer. But they are all good in their own right. One thing that I do have to say about this film is it is so action-packed, and there are such great camera movements. The cinematography is so cool. Like the way that like the action, like when people are like going up the walls, and the way that the camera moves, like you would think that it would kind of get a little tired, but it doesn't. And I really appreciated that they put an extra amount of effort into creating this action and pushing the amount of adrenaline that you can get from like a war scene. I was really surprised that they went kind of towards more of that violent route, which I wasn't expecting. It is PG-13, I guess. So, you know, there is no blood, but you're still getting all of that like bloody war action without the blood. So I really found the direction to be amazing, the cinematography, the landscapes, oh my god, like the on-set, like instead of using a bunch of CGI, they actually shot the film like on set, and it really shows like it feels more epic than a lot of these Disney animated live action remakes that just use a bunch of CGI to create the scenery. And it really shows that they put a lot of effort into this movie. So the bummers about this film. The editing is all over the place. It's like one time, like Mulan will be over here, and then she'll be over here all of a sudden fighting, and then all of a sudden the villains are happening. And speaking of the villains, the villain is so sparsely, like you don't even care about the villain. Like in the animated version, you really get a sense of that evilness and like, he just wants to conquer. This villain, like it gets no screen time. It's just like it's not well done, unfortunately. So you don't really get that sense of dread. Also, the end, like in the animated film, you get like that giant scene with all the people. It's like nighttime and they're setting off fireworks, and it's like this epic scene at the end. And for some reason, and this might be a slight spoiler, but like they're at a construction site. Like, is the Imperial City like still being constructed? I didn't understand that. And they're having a whole fight like at a construction site. That's like the end battle. And I'm like, okay, I don't understand what's going on. And then they have some fireworks later. I don't know. There was some things that were a little wonky to me. But at the end of the day, out of all of the Disney live action remakes, this is definitely one of the best of them, with the very highest of standards for filmmaking. I really did enjoy this movie actually while I was watching it, and I was like, you know what? This is a completely different film than the animated version of Mulan. So, get rid of those preconceived notions of the animated version and watch this film for what it is, and you're gonna enjoy it. I think it is a really well-made film. So should you pay $30 on top of your Disney Plus subscription to watch Mulan? It really just depends on if you are wanting to, if you're really excited for this film. Because at the end of the day, it's probably not worth $30. But if you're a family of 4, you would pay more than that to go see a film in the theater. So it really depends on if you're excited for it or not. Disney did say that they're going to release it on Disney Plus for free in the next couple of months. So if you're not super pumped for it, I would just wait. But it is actually a really well-made Disney live-action remake, and it's one of the best of theirs. Probably even above The Jungle Book, I would say. So I will be giving Mulan, the live-action version, a B. Thank you so much for watching Lost in the Reel. We have a lot coming up soon, so please subscribe to our channel, like our video, and comment down below. Let us know what you think about Mulan, if you're interested in paying $30 to see it, or if you don't even want to see it at all, or if you've seen it, let us know what you think. Thank you so much. This is Shawn, and I will see you later. Take care.